Okay, hello, Kuna. I'm going to be reviewing the hearing from March 19th, 2024, the City Council meeting. Now, in this one, Bobby Rossadillo, he did, was it Rossadilla? Hold on, actually, I can go pull it up. I can verify it here. Basically, he posted online that here it is, resolution of the City Council. So this is under the consent items. And under here, it is Rossadillo. Okay, so Robert Rossadillo, that's his full legal name. And in here, you can even pull up his resume and the letter that he wrote for the application for the spot. The Planning and Zoning Commission basically they provide their recommendation to City Council typically, and the City Council's has the final say. So they can either recommend for approval or recommend for non-approval. But the City Council typically has the final say. Now, the way that these resolutions usually work is that they just kind of get all approved all at the same time. And so let's see here if because I remember
it is 6 o'clock, and this is the time and place for.
I did try to search for his name, and I don't even know if they mentioned him. Yeah, so they just zoomed right past it. And if you look at the consent agenda or the resolutions, I think basically the consent agenda, they're considered routine, and in one motion they can just approve it all, unless they pull it out for separate discussions. And the one for Bobby is right here, so it's one of there. So let me see
The regular
here.
meeting of the Kuna City Council. Nathan, would you take the roll, please?
Councilmember McPherson? Here. Councilmember Biggs? Here. Councilmember Laraway? Here.
The resolution for planning and zoning and the ad hoc committee, just to let council know if they had any questions, they were all good. So
Okay.
I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as published.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Nathan, would you poll the council?
Councilmember McPherson?
Yes.
Councilmember Biggs? Yes. Councilmember Laraway? Yes. Council President Bruce?
Yes.
And that motion carries. Next, we have public comment.
Okay, so yeah, it just went through with everything else in there. I was just trying to double check to see if there's anything here. They did a resolution for the ad hoc future land use map. So this was like a month and a half ago. So we already know Kristen Sandu was nominated the chair. So that already was provided. Yeah, so here's that future and vision Kuna things. So, I mean, this stuff will fly pretty fast. If you're not paying attention to the consent agenda, certain things can happen and you may not be aware of it. I mean, they're not really like super big. The appointment of, Bobby Rossadillo, it isn't like game breaking, since the City Council in the end has the final decision. The ones that are of primary concern, of course, would be the public hearings. And let's see if we can get to
We
that.
have one person signed up.
So,
Is there anybody else that wishes to address the council that didn't get a chance to sign in? Okay, Beverly Wolf. And if you would just state your name and address for the record. And is the green light on? You know how to do it. You're a pro.
I've become a little bit too good at this, yes. Beverly Wolf, 3420 West Commemoration Avenue, Meridian. Part of what I have tonight is kind of a question, because I've been reading a lot as I'm planning to be on a committee, so I want to understand terminology. And one of the things that I've been reading about are resolutions, specifically the ones for performance bonds, and also...
all right, so let's get to the deliberation.
Evidence presentation and move to deliberation. Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion carries. And the question directly before council. Mind if it's just
Yeah.
nothing where it's a low impact? Does somebody want
Bill
to-
again.
No, I like the fact that it's an R4.
Yeah. Do you have any? I mean, it works. Yeah. I make a motion that we approve case number 23-08AN and 23-05LS.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? And that motion carries. Then staff requests case numbers 2305ZC and 2306-S to be tabled until the April 2nd, 2024 meeting because of a noticing error in the newspaper. Someone can make that motion if you're willing.
I make a motion that we table case number 23-05ZC and 23-06S to a date certain of April 2nd.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion carries. Next, it is my honor to do a proclamation for the Idaho military caregivers. Whereas the series of wars and conflict in which our nation has been engaged over time since World War II has resulted in 5.5 million military and veteran caregivers who are parents, spouses, siblings, and friends caring for those in community. Now, therefore, Title I, Chapter 11, Section...
And before you make a motion, we would need a motion for the readings. I didn't put the prompt on the agenda.
Okay. Second. Motion's made, and that motion carries.
Make a motion that we approve ordinance 2024-4 as published.
Second. Motion's made and seconded to approve.
President Bruce.
Mayor and council, for the record, Doug Hanson, Peter Planning and Zoning, 751 West 4th Street. The applicant requests to lot line adjust two parcels, approximately 82.20 acres with A, agriculture and C2 area commercial zones at the northwest corner of 10 Mile and Columbia Roads. The applicant proposes to lot line adjust the two parcels to conform to the annexation and development agreement approved by City Council on February 20th, 2024. The A, agriculture zone parcel will total approximately 53.02 acres, and the C2 area commercial zone parcel will total approximately 27.52 acres as shown on the approved development agreement concept plan. Staff has reviewed the proposed lot line adjustment request for compliance with Kuna City Code, and should the council approve the application, staff recommends the applicant be subject to the proposed recommended conditions as outlined
All right, it doesn't seem like these have
in
public
staff's memo. With that, I will stand by for any questions.
Questions?
comments.
Please. Yes.
Doug, on February 20th, when we did this, you have to correct me if I'm wrong, because it was a long time ago to me. The area that they requested as commercial was just 27 acres. That was a portion on the red. And I don't have it. Page 241. So where's the lot line adjustment now? Because there's really not a map to clarify where it is.
All right, I think that's pretty much it. So the one that they approved here looks to be pretty small. And what they were saying is they were happy that it's R4 medium residential, which according to R4 is medium density residential. I guess it's single family homes. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Probably, yeah, medium. I'm not sure if it, maybe somewhere it says exactly what that is. Let's see. It seems to only be about 5 acres. I think the main concerns are, let me actually look at this. City of Kuna. Zoning. Everywhere I'm looking here doesn't seem to post. So I need to go look in the city of Kuna zoning code. It's usually under like some separate website. Okay, so here it is. Let's pull it up here. So I think sometimes they have separate libraries. So we search and we search for R4. Zoning districts established, okay. R4. The purpose of R4 is to promote the development of residential living areas with low to moderate densities, not to exceed 4 dwelling units per net acre. So 4 per acre. District requirement is connected to public sewer and water. Okay, so it jumps up from, it goes from 2. 2 is they do allow for accessory dwelling units. But anyway, this allows for 4 per acre. R6, I mean, that makes sense, right? If it's R4, the number 4. I wonder if R6 allows for 6 single dwelling units per acre. And yes, that's what it means. R8 is not to exceed 8 dwelling units per net acre. So I wonder if R2, if it says no more than 2, oh, here it is, no more than 2 dwelling units per net acre. And oh, wow, it goes up to R12, no more than 12 dwelling units per acre. And then, wow, they got an R20, No more than, I'm assuming, yes, 20 dwelling units per net acre, and I'm guessing that would mean at that point your apartment level of yeah, density. Okay, I think that's about it. The main one was Bobby Rossadillo being appointed as one of the members on the Planning and Zoning Commission. All right, have a good one. Bye bye.